Good morning, everyone. I'm Teresa Poole, and I use she, her pronouns. I have the honor of being your worship associate this morning. Please take a moment to put your mind, spirit, and cell phone in worship mode. We want to welcome everyone here to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Roanoke. And if this is the first time you're joining us, we want to give you a special welcome. We hope you will stay after the service. Join us in the fellowship hall for coffee and tea. Let's take a second to stand up and connect with everyone watching at home. For those online, and if they wish to share their joys and concerns during the Lifeline portion of our service, please put those in the chat within the next 15 minutes. We acknowledge that our church resides on traditional lands of the Tutelo and Monacan nations and was later formed and developed through slave labor. We recognize and respect the ongoing connection of this land by generations of Black, Indigenous, and other people of color. And may our gratitude and fellowship here echo and honor that rich history. Our minister is the Reverend Jen Raffensperger. Today's service is titled, Let's Start at the Very Beginning. Please join me in reciting our words of welcome. Whoever you are, whomever you love, however you express your identity, whatever your situation in life, whatever your experience of the holy, as you come seeking love, your presence here is a gift. Whether you are filled with sadness or overflowing with joy, needing to be alone with yourself or eager to engage with others, all who welcome all are welcome here. And now we share our covenant. We commit to supporting each other with respect and direct communication as we work in community to explore spiritual growth and to be a force for good in the world.
Good morning, everybody. Our opening hymn is number 347, Gather the Spirit. Words are on the screen as you have hymnals. Gather the Spirit, harvest above. Our separate fires will kindle one flame. Witness the
Good morning. I am the Reverend Jen Raffensperger, and I am honored to serve as the minister of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Roanoke. My pronouns are she, her, hers. Our opening words this morning are a poem that may be familiar to some of you. It is called Small Kindnesses by Danusia Lamaris. I've been thinking about the way when you walk down a crowded aisle, people pull in their legs to let you by. Or how strangers still say bless you when someone sneezes, a leftover from the bubonic plague. Don't die, we are saying. And sometimes when you spill lemons from your grocery bag, someone else will help you pick them up. Mostly, we don't want to harm each other. We want to be handed our cup of coffee hot and to say thank you to the person handing it, to smile at them and for them to smile back, for the waitress to call us honey when she sets down the bowl of clam chowder, and for the driver in the red pickup truck to let us pass. We have so little of each other now, so far from tribe and fire. Only these brief moments of exchange. What if they are the true dwelling of the holy, these fleeting temples that we make together when we say, here, have my seat. Go ahead, you first. I like your hat. So now I'll invite Teresa to light our chalice as we join this morning with Unitarian Universalist congregations and communities of faith across the nation and the world in kindling the flame of our living tradition.
My name is Jessie McEwen. I'm the Director of Lifespan Faith Development here. And I'm going to move this a little closer to my mouth because I have a poster to make this morning. And I want to invite those of you who are young at heart, or just want to be involved, down to help me make this poster. All right. First thing I have to ask is, does anybody want to do the writing for this poster? You can't volunteer someone. I mean, I can do it, no problems.
Help you if I did it?
Sure.
Okay.
Because we're going to tell you things to write on this poster. So, I have a question. Who started something new this year? Now, what month is it? September. Yeah, I had to think too. That's why I asked you guys, so I didn't have to think. It's September. I bet a lot of us started something new this year. Somebody name something. Go for it. Middle school. And you can write those on the poster. Middle school.
Do I have to hold it up while I'm writing?
No, you can put it on the ground. You can take it to a table out there where you can hear us. It's fine. Middle school. Second grade. Third grade. Seventh grade. Did anyone start not a grade? Did anyone learn a new skill? I started Welsh lessons. Yeah, I know, I'm crazy. Dance.
Finally learned how to do the splits.
Whoa, you learned how to do the splits? That's incredible. Cross country. Mountain biking. What else? Did anyone start a new friendship? You guess? Can you tell us your new friend's name or a code name you have for them? Vivian. Okay. Bella. Did anybody try a new food? I like that. Tried so many foods that you can't remember. So if you want, you can just write foods. Did anybody go bungee jumping? We talked about that a little this morning. No bungee jumping. Okay, bungee jumping. No. That was a joke. Anything else? Anything new?
I started a new job.
A new job. Yay. All right, so now we're going to add to this poster. And we're going to go back through everything we wrote down. And we're going to draw a heart beside the things that we started because we thought we might love them, or we started them because of love. So I can start with my Welsh lessons. I started those because my great-grandmother spoke Welsh. And I loved her so much that I want to learn her language. So just draw a heart beside that. A heart might not go on everything. If it was my third grade experience, I probably wouldn't draw a heart on it.
My 7th grade would not go.
Yeah. 7th grade is 7th grade, and we're just going to leave it at that. Friends, yes. How about mountain biking?
Mountain biking?
Yeah, mountain biking gets a heart. Cross country gets a heart.
Dance gets a heart. The splits, do they?
Sure.
Do you love that you can do it? Like, is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
It's better.
Was it hard work?
I did a lot of stretching.
A lot of stretching, which isn't always comfortable, but you love that you can do the splits now. What about new foods? Would that get like a whole heart? Okay, so half a heart on new foods. I'm testing your drawing skills this morning. Yeah. It's a leaf. There you go. A leaf stands for growth. We could get real brainy about this. Anything else that gets a heart?
New job.
Yeah. New job gets a heart. Anybody want a heart on their grade?
No.
All right, 2nd grade gets a heart.
I like second grade.
So we're going to leave this poster and this marker for coffee hour so you can add things. You can draw hearts. You can add things that maybe you don't want to draw a heart beside or that you want to draw half a heart / leaf on. But sometimes when we start something new, we love it. And what we're going to do is we're going to go upstairs and we are going to actually make a maze that might have some not so great things in it, might have some great things in it, but we're making a maze because we're going to start some stuff and we're going to talk about how we're going to put some love in that maze. We'll talk about it upstairs. If we talk about it here, then we interrupt the whole service and everybody's going to want to make a maze.
Our reading this morning is In the Beginning, God Said Light by Mary Shevis. In the beginning, God said light, and there was light. Now God says, give them a little theatrical lighting, and they're happy, and so are we. So many of us dressing each morning, testing endless combinations, becoming in our mirrors more ourselves, imagining an entrance, the ecstatic weight of human eyes. Now that the sun is shearing toward us, what is left but to let it close? To let it close for our close-up. Let us really feel how good it feels to be still in it, making every kind of self that can be looked at. God, did you make us to be your bright accomplices? God, there are shining spines. Let there be no more dreams of being more than a beginning. Let it be that to be is to be backlit, and then to be only that light.
Speaking of the second grade, in the second grade, I started failing math. This was very troubling to me because I'd always been good at math. I'd always been good at pretty much everything in school. Being good at school was, in fact, such a key part of my identity that when I started getting my papers handed back with big red F's scrawled on them, I didn't put them in my binder to take home. I shoved them deep inside my desk. Thus, it was a huge surprise to my parents when my teacher called them in for a conference and explained what was happening. When the teacher learned that my parents didn't know about my declining grade in math, together they dumped out the contents of my desk and found the incriminating pages crunched up in the back. Then, together, they took a closer look, and it turned out I'd actually done all the math problems correctly, but I had copied them down from the board wrong. I couldn't see the board at 8 years old. And this was a great relief to everyone except maybe me. I was nervous about going to the eye doctor, nervous that I would also get things wrong when I read the eye chart, nervous to be the first kid in my class to need glasses. Finally, after what felt like forever and was probably a couple of weeks, we got the phone call that my new glasses were ready. I rode in the car with my mother to pick up those new glasses, still nervous. Then I put them on. So, how many here need glasses or contacts or have ever needed glasses or contacts? Got LASIK, got cataract surgery, right? Like there's a lot of hands. You've reached an age where you need readers, maybe? Mm-hmm. A lot of us. So I know that a lot of us will have had the shared experience I just alluded to, being given glasses or another kind of assistive device and having it not just be a game changer, but a world changer. When I put those glasses on, not these same ones, the world changed. It sharpened and it brightened and it showed me things that, yes, I technically knew existed, but I hadn't actually seen for a while, such as individual leaves on trees, or expressions on the faces of loved ones, or, yes, the correct math problems written on the board in my classroom. It was a whole new beginning. In the beginning, God said light, and there was light. Now God says, give them a little theatrical lighting, and they're happy, and we are. So many of us dressing each morning, testing endless combinations, becoming in our mirrors more ourselves, imagining in an entrance the ecstatic weight of human eyes. Now, I know that not everyone experiences the weight of human eyes as ecstatic, but I love the way Mary Shebist, thank you, Teresa, for your reading, invites us to consider our many entrances, our daily beginnings. We have endless ways to present ourselves to the world, and we have endless ways to obfuscate our true selves. We learn and are taught, sometimes explicitly, often by implication or subconscious message from people and media around us, that there is a right and a wrong way to look, to act, to show up in the world. And of course, there are, maybe not in the way that you think. If we act in such a way that leaves others feeling belittled or threatened, if we dress in a way that signals hate speech or judgment, if we show up and behave in ways that harm others, then perhaps we should really reconsider how we are making our entrances. If Shakespeare and Mary Shebist are right and all the world really is a stage and we the players, then mustn't we also give some consideration to the script? that thing that guides us, that provides us direction and reassurance, and helps to make us confident enough to live into our roles the way they were meant to be. And mustn't we also consider the relationship we have with other actors on the stage, with the people working hard to plot and consider our best actions, with the people who build our sets and apply our makeup and, yes, try to place us quite literally in the best possible light? Mostly, we don't want to harm each other. We want to be handed our cup of coffee hot and say thank you to the person handing it, to smile at them and for them to smile back, for the waitress to call us honey when she sets down the bowl of clam chowder, and for the driver in the red pickup truck to let us pass. We have so little of each other now, so far from tribe and fire, only these brief moments of exchange. What if they are the true dwelling of the holy, these fleeting temples that we make together when we say, "Here, have my seat. Go ahead, you first. I like your hat." Our daily lives are not lived on literal stages, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't still consider as absolutely vital our relationship to all those around us each and every day. Last week, we had the audacity to declare our very selves as sacred, to praise every element that makes up who we are and that makes up the world that surrounds and supports us. And if we are each sacred, then of course, so is everyone that we meet every day. What if they are the true dwelling of the holy, these fleeting temples we make together when we say, "Here, have my seat. Go ahead, you first. I like your hat." This poem by Danusia Lamaris went viral a few years ago and has remained popular. It was published in 2019, but really took off in the earliest days of the pandemic, when it served as a bittersweet reminder of all that we were missing without the casual daily brushes with strangers that used to be commonplace, even an irritation. This poem invites us to consider each of those sweet and kind moments that surprise us with delight day in and day out as not only special, but as sacred. And that is not easy to do. As we resumed our busy daily lives, those little miraculous, beautiful moments turned back into irritations awfully quickly. And it is hard when that red pickup truck will not let you pass. We were given, in a way, a new beginning. But in some ways, we fell back into old habits we might have hoped to shed, and many times quicker than we realized might happen. But if we grant ourselves the ability to consider each day as a new beginning, if we consider each of our entrances a new chance to show up with our full selves, flawed but gorgeous, imperfect but radiant, then perhaps our perception of those around us can also be remade anew. Our perception of ourselves can be remade anew. Our perception of the ways we touch one another's lives can be remade anew. Now that the sun has come out on command, now that the sun is shearing toward us, what is left but to let it close in for our close-up? Let us really feel how good it feels to be still in it, making every kind of self that can be looked at. God, did you make us to be your bright accomplices? God, here are our shining spines. Let there be no more dreams of being more than a beginning. Let it be that to be is to be backlit, and then to be only that light. If every day is a new beginning, how do we progress? What do we mean when we talk about our progression? If we can begin anew in love every day, if even on our tired, pain-filled, heartache days, we can seek for one tiny moment to be a spark of joy in the life of another, if we can turn our bruised spirits and sometimes brittle selves into someone who is also open to receiving those sparks of joy from others, then we might come to forget notions of progress that are about what we look like or how much we earn or what stuff we have. And instead consider each moment alive with the potential for new joy. And if we consider the possibility of joy in each moment, if each day is a new beginning, then as we accumulate loving kindness in our hearts for ourselves and our fellow beings, we will find our perceptions renewed. We will shift and change the way we are in the world. Our hearts, once they are comfortable turning to joy, will learn to shift to justice. The spiritual work of justice is to seek to give that freedom of spirit to all. The spiritual work of justice is to show up as our full and beautiful selves, our imperfectly holy beings, and to witness the truth of that wholeness within each of us, and to work to remove any barriers to the expression of that wholeness, not just for the people in this room, for everyone. And we're gonna need help. We're gonna need those glasses. We're going to need those beautiful tools that help make the world anew for us. We're going to need those buttons that help open the doors. We're going to need to offer one another our seats. We're going to need audiobooks and ramps and closed captioning, and we're going to need days off. And we're going to need to know ourselves well enough to discover our hidden strengths and to learn that it's okay to admit when we don't know the answer and when we need help. I didn't need to hide those tests from my parents. I needed to ask for help. I needed glasses. I needed compassion and understanding. All of us need help sometimes. All of us need compassion and understanding, and none of us is ever perfect at giving or receiving it. God, did you make us to be your bright accomplices? God, here are our shining spines. Let there be no more dreams of being more than a beginning. Let it be that to be is to be backlit, and then to be only that light. All of us need accomplices. And all of us need to understand ourselves as accomplices to others. When we are backlit, attention is drawn away from our individual features and is given to our wholeness. And then that wholeness within us can be easier to know, to recognize, to comprehend, to bring out, and to appreciate in ourselves and in our beloved accomplices. The root words of accomplice from the Latin literally mean to fold or to weave together. This is our church, our community. We fold and weave ourselves together to be good accomplices, to know that we cannot do this work alone. Sometimes, as I'm sure you know and probably have been asked, people will ask Unitarian Universalists, if you can believe whatever you want, why do you even go to church? Earlier, I will note that I made a theological error in my analogies, a strategic one. The idea of the world as a stage and the people as players is a useful one. But in a UU context, I'd say that we do not consider life so much as something scripted. It smacks too much of predetermination. But instead, we might think of it as an act of beloved improvisation. We don't have to follow set lines set out for us. We have to explore our shared tale together. We don't have to recite a creed, but we do have to consider our shared values in all that we say and do. Our values help center us when we may have fallen short of our best selves, and they give us tools for finding the way through an uncertain world. We come to church because we are seekers of joy and of justice, because we need to answer the call to be accomplices, because we want to hear different perspectives that can change and shift the world for us, that can remake it anew, because we want to become more ourselves, because we know that in a moment, the world can change. Let us be loving accomplices for this ever-changing world. It's every day is a beginning. Let's love the hell out of this world. So may it be. We now invite you into generosity. This is the time when our ushers will collect the weekly offering made in love, which allows us to support and sustain our mission and vision for a world made new every day. Your donations will now gratefully be accepted.
Good morning. My name is Sally Garber. It's my honor to represent the Caring Committee this morning. If you have a joy or concern that you'd like to share with the congregation, please take the time to either call a member of the Caring Committee or call the church office so that we can share it on Sunday morning. Thank you. This morning I have a concern that I'd like to share with you. Justine Menardo has been diagnosed with cancer and would like some love and light or prayers, please. So please keep her in your minds. If you have a joy or concern that you'd like to honor this morning, please come forward during the music meditation, and may your prayers be heard. Thank you.
matter what you feel or what you choose to show, I'm always there for you, and so I want you to know that I am sending you, Lord, to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you, Lord, to hold you in love. I am sending you, Lord, to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you, Lord, to hold you in love.
Hearts restored.
Thank you, Sally. I will light a final candle for all those who are watching online, can't be here to participate in the ritual themselves. This shared time that we dedicate to those matters of most import within our own hearts and lives. At this time, I'll invite you, if you're comfortable doing so, to enter a space of prayer and meditation with me, to bow your heads if that is comfortable, or to soften your focus, to feel yourself in your seat, to feel the breath in your body. We gather each week, each of us carrying different things in our hearts. Maybe it is the heaviness of something we have seen on the news or experienced within our families. Maybe it is an unspoken lightness for hopes of things that may be to come, that are too new for us to even give name to. We contain all of the joys and sorrows represented by each of these candles and 1,000 more points of starlight in the darkness, the light that is shining upon us, the light that shines from within us in our shared flame of faith, the light of this living tradition which lives because We start it anew. Every day there is a chance for you to see a new sorrow or a new joy and to be ready to welcome them all, because they are a part of this beautiful, ever-changing gift of life and of our shared community. For those who seek comfort, please feel free to try to seek it here. Let it come to you. For those who wish to share joy, let your heart sing out with it. Your joy is also contagious, like one candle lights 1,000 other candles. We gather with this ritual each week so that we may together find the way. So may it be.
The announcements this morning, you can find those in your bulletin. Just a reminder, because of a time change for the anniversary celebration of the Pledge to End Racism, that's on Sunday the 29th. It will be at 10:30 at Williams Memorial Baptist Church rather than our 11 o'clock. And of course, no service here that day. And the Pledge to End Racism will have a table in the fellowship hall if you would like more information or if you would like to go ahead and register. And as I look directly at Sherry Bernath there, I've got to say something about our auction that is coming up. An insert in your form is really good if you want to make a donation. Many suggestions are on the back. Also, each week, the announcements that you will find in the bulletin are also in our email newsletter. If you're not receiving that, please contact our administrator at the church office. And her email address is admin@uuroanoke.org. And those are all we have for announcements. But we also have a board update. I can shuffle my papers and find it. Okay. We had a board meeting this past Tuesday, September 10th. And y'all will look forward, speaking of the auction, we are going to be doing an auction Italian dinner again this year on January 25th with entertainment. And Rev Jen is working on a welcome video to include on the website, which will be nice. And also, our board president did an excellent job this week. It was also the night of the debate. He got us out on time, so we were home for the debate.
Sit down so quick, you have to extinguish. It's time to extinguish the chalice. I'm like, wait. Sorry. Yes. We are now coming to that. No, we have reached. We're near the end of our service, and now, again, as in the tradition in Unitarian Universalist congregations and churches across the world, we will extinguish the fire of our chalice, not from our hearts, but from this space. We kindle it when we are together and then carry it with us when we go into the world.
So our closing song is May I Be Filled with Loving Kindness, which is the opening word. It's actually filled with loving kindness, but I was thorough. And it is from the additional hymnal, supplement hymnal, not alternative, Singing the Journey. And so there are 3 verses, and it's a meditative song. So we're just going to sit, the choir will stand so you can hear them. And you're welcome to sing along or just breathe. And you just fill in, may you be filled and may we be filled in the subsequent verses.
May I be filled with loving kindness.
May the peace and loving kindness fill your hearts towards yourself, towards those closest to you, towards everyone you meet. If each moment represents a possible new beginning, a possible path to joy, let us imagine a world together where we are all extending peace and loving kindness to others. Go in peace this week. So may it be.